Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Pro League. I'm Benson, joined by the wonderful Mr. X, and we're finally going to kick off this game. It's going to be OpTic Nation versus eLevate. Nation in desperate need of a win. A loss here will put them at 0-4, and eLevate currently standing at 2-3. A win puts them even.
Yeah, and a pretty big matchup for both teams. eLevate to get back to even would be huge for them, obviously, but the Nation, pretty much the story of this game. I think maybe even the story of the league so far, still with no wins.
Yeah, it's something I don't think a lot of people really would have anticipated, to be honest with you. I think a lot of people thought this Nation team would step things up, especially after Columbus. I've had a lot of faith in them, so we'll have to wait and see. Felony kicking things off pretty hot, 4-2. Proofy 3-2 as well. And looking at that score, nothing really crazy going on. Study is going to pick up 2 kills there for eLevate, though nicely played, as Killer is going to be on that hill, of course. Killer and Miracle's ex-OpTic Nation players, so a little bit of a rivalry there with that one.
Definitely a little bit of a rivalry. Killer and Miracle's left OpTic Nation. It was a pretty dramatic thing. I think the way it went down is I don't know if Killer even told Embos they were leaving, but he just kind of left.
He's like, yo, peace.
Yeah, kind of just dipped out. But you can see right here in that first hill, Nation able to get a little bit of a lead, and it doesn't look like, eLevate able to get a little bit of a lead, and you see them dominating the kill feed right now against Nation, Ben, and right off the bat, it doesn't look good for Nation already.
Yeah, I'm already kind of nervous because I have Nation as one of my predictions for today, just simply because I just can't see this Nation team going 0-4. I mean, come on. Like, Proofy, TP, Bose, Karma, of course Felony today is a substitute, which I didn't know, but still, like, such a talented lineup, you really do expect them to at least pull out some results.
Yeah, I mean, they have so many talented players, and they've all placed well their entire careers. You wouldn't expect that to happen. 9 seconds left, you're going to see the rotation come in from the eLevate team, but you see Nation very slow on the rotation, not going to push that at all, and they're going to get stunned, and eLevate's just going to make up that time right off the first spat of this hill.
From what you've seen so far, Matt, in terms of hardpoint, obviously in Black Ops 2 there was that kind of set time period where you were going to rotate, anything between like 20 to 25 seconds, sometimes even 15 seconds on certain maps. What's that kind of time frame on Advanced Warfare that you picked up on?
The movement speed, you can move across maps so fast. I think a lot like Black Ops 2, Ben, it all comes down to the score of the game. It's not more of the stuff in Black Ops 2. You would rotate a little bit earlier due to you not want to feeding streaks to the other team. So we haven't seen too many players using streaks on Advanced Warfare. We really haven't seen anybody use streaks on Advanced Warfare so far. So there's not really an incentive to give up on a hill 20 or 30 seconds after it pops. So mostly I think teams have been starting to rotate with 10, 15 seconds left on the hill. Yeah,
as you said, very quick to rotate on this game as opposed to past titles with hardpoint where you're a little bit slower. But going back to the point about kills and score streaks, a lot of people still haven't realized that since the update, the kill score has been increased. So you're much more likely to get those score streaks, now 100 points in a game of hardpoint. So you can pick up those streaks. You yourself, when we've been playing before the streams actually officially start, you've been picking up Goliaths every single day, Matt, and you've been making it look kind of easy too, and we've seen more and more streaks in ranked play as a whole, I feel. So who knows, maybe we may see some score streaks slip into competitive play.
Yeah, once I'm in the league for Season 2, that's when I'll start busting out score.
That's when we're going to see it. All right, I see that you're being a little bit sneaky with that one. Maybe you just have to wait for you to be the player to change things up. But Study right now, 17-12. Felony, 16-12, not too far behind. But you look at everyone else on Nation right now, and Proof is 12-14. Bose struggling again, though, 6-15. Every time we've seen him on stream, he hasn't really been having the best of time.
Yeah, Bo's struggling a little bit in this respawn right now. 7-16, really gonna need to pick things up. You can't have that one person in the slaying department not bringing it, because it makes it a lot tougher on everybody else. Especially, maybe with Karma here, you'll get away with that. But with Felony, obviously he is not Karma, although he's playing fantastically today. It's gonna be difficult.
Yeah, Teep trying to pick things up for his team. 13-6, was on a 4 streak. He falls. Study's going to jump on that hill. We'll see if they can try and get some extra time right now. As Spacely trying to pick up 1. Gonna have that player lined down. Stim comes out, and that comes out clutch. Felony, meanwhile, is gonna be on that hard point. Sees Miracles up top. Miracles comes out, picks up that kill. Study now jumps on the hard point, and we do actually have a relatively close game right now, Matt. Not gonna lie, 108 to 102, 16 seconds before this hard point rotates. Looking at that minimap, there's gonna be one final push coming in from Felony for OpTic Nation, and Study's gonna pick up the rest of this time.
Yeah, but you know, Nation actually got pretty lucky, I thought, right there, Ben, to be honest. You know, that fourth hill, they didn't get any time at all. I mean, the third hill, they didn't get any time at all. That fourth hill right there, they went absolutely huge, able to take a chunk of time. So, big plays out of them.
Spacely on your screens, he goes down on the hard point. Meanwhile, Killer, he's down too. Study trying to push it for this eLevate lineup, and eLevate once again going to try and build themselves a lead. It was 5 points when finally Study just jumped on, and unfortunately, Killer's going to go down as well. So OpTic Nation trying to get some time on the hill. It's going to be Teep doing everything he can to stay alive. He's gone down. Proofy, 16 and 19. Let's have a look at his perspective as he's on that hard point, has 2 kills in front of him, only able to pick up the assist. Felony, though, the substitute for the team on top of this leaderboard. Honestly, he's doing a great job substituting for Karma, but you have to question, you know, when the sub for the team is doing such big work, when you have players, you know, like Proofy, for example, there. I mean, I don't know what it is, whether it's leadership. I'm putting it down to leadership at this point.
Felony's keeping them in this game. And without Felony, I mean, obviously you don't know what Karma would do. Karma is an absolute monster, but
that's true.
You know, without Felony right now, I mean, they would be kind of lost. I mean, I think what this team needs, Ben, I think, you know, Teep needs to develop into a more selfish, like, Slayer type role. I don't think they need him doing OBJ stuff. I think the way their team is, I think, you know, Embo's going to be the one that needs to do the brunt of that OBJ work, but you know, Teep's been used to doing it for so long, you know, playing with Aches and Crim. He's kind of used to it, so it's going to kind of have to break that habit.
But it was finally starting to heat up now as he picks up a couple of kills on that hard point. He's flying up the ranks of the leaderboard for his team, but more importantly, Nation catching up to the deficit. Now a 4-point game as Felony just jumping up and down. 3-point game. Bo's going to win that gunfight, but does fall. Unfortunately, now Proofy left a chance, 15 seconds left, but more importantly at this point, Matt, it's all about those spawns. The rotation for the next hill and eLevate spawning so far out. This is great news for OpTic Nation.
Yeah, and one player from eLevate goes and challenges the last hill. That was actually Study, but the others are going to try and get on this rotation to the next hill. It's going to pop out right now. Nation with a little bit of a lead, but you see right there 2 huge kills for eLevate come in your kill feed, and they're going to be contesting the hill, but not enough. It's going to be TP in the hill, and Ben, I know TP's in the hill, but I don't think that's where he needs to be.
And Matt, keeping up with these live updates from the COD League, Justice have just 3-0'd TK, making it look easy. Now that's big for several different reasons. That means Justice, the first team officially to go 4-0 in Season 1. Of course, Aware and Prof both fighting for that, but TK now 1-5, Matt. That is not looking good for them.
No, it doesn't look good. 1-5 is definitely not a good score for your team's record. But you know, it looks like eLevate's going to get control of this for the last 15 seconds. They can hold that. That would be big. They're going to need to start rotating though, because they're down by about 30. They can make it up on this next hill, Ben.
Well, we'll see Bo's pick up the scrap time here. 4 seconds left, but OpTic Nation flying into the lead in this game. Last minute, 50 seconds of the game. However, eLevate with that rotation, like you were saying, Matt, and you can see that minimap, the blue arrows nowhere near this hard point. So this is going to be a lot of free time eLevate are going to pick up here. It just comes down to these kills on these left and right-hand side lanes. Miracle's done a good job picking up one. Going to find the second. And this is just so much free time right now for Study and Spacely, who are just sat on this hill doing absolutely nothing. Killer and Miracles getting kills on the left-hand side lanes, and another kill comes in from Miracles. Phenomenal play right now from eLevate.
Nobody from Nation going together. They're just trying to force these gun battles one by one. You never see any type of trading or anything happen. You see, it looks like Proof or Teep going to be able to break the hard point, but nobody there to clean that up when he dies. They're just not working together at all right now, Ben. You see how much time eLevate had gotten on that hill.
OpTic Nation, this is the first time they've actually been able to jump on that hill. eLevate had all of it, bar time where it was neutral, and Killer is not about to give up that time as he jumps on the hill. Gonna win the gunfight too, so it's gonna be almost a tied game going into this final hill. 3 points in it. Who has the hard point early on? It's gonna be Study fighting with Felony. Felony goes down, Study still alive, and eLevate take the lead with 40 seconds.
Yeah, eLevate's going to jump out to the lead, and you see how far OpTic Nation is spawning out. That's because the players from eLevate are all the way in the back of that base. It looks like they are going to take the lead, Ben, and all they need to do is just keep stacking the hill right here in the last 30 seconds.
However, Bose jumps on. He's going to go down. That was an important gunfight. It was a must-win. 199 to 207. Last 24 seconds. Proofy coming in from behind. There's one. There's going to be 2 and 3. Surely a 3-piece for Proofy, but no! Not able to pick up the third one. Killer turns around, but Bose was there. 16 seconds left. It's a 9-point game. Can OpTic Nation stay alive? It's going to be Bose looking for the kill, just spinning around in circles there. He goes down. 8 seconds left. They can still do it, but no, not going to be able to do so. eLevate in the last final seconds pick up the win, and a couple of gunfights there and that would have gone very, very differently.
Oh yeah, a couple of gunfights and it would have been totally different, Ben. Exactly, very good point. I mean, I think right there at the end, I think Killa went huge, you know, on that rotation at the start. It looked like Nation had the hill. He got 2 good cutoffs that spawned them further away, and whoever the player was in the back for eLevate went huge as well. I think it was a combination of Study and Spacely as they seem to be rotating early together. So good start for eLevate. Pretty tough loss right there for Nation.
Yeah, phenomenal play by eLevate right at the very end. Looking at the stats, let's just bring up my screen one more time, Ron. Study, 40 and 35. Killer, 35 and 34. Spacely, 32, 35. Miracles, 39, 28. A 1.39 KD. Meanwhile, everyone on Nation negative, apart from the sub Felony, who has a 1.06 at 37, 35, 13 caps, 6 defense. Felony trying to do everything he possibly can to keep Nation alive and to try and give them that first win of the season. Up next, we're going to go over to Search and Destroy Terrace. But for now, quick commercial break. We'll be right back.